This is nature's signal that it may flood. Worms on the ground mean rising underground water levels. Worms come up with it and wiggle their way to the surface. Of course, there's a more modern way to know if it's going to flood. Check online. The National Weather Service monitors water levels and issues flood warnings. Fast fact, if it rains more than 2 inches in an hour, there's a good chance it's going to flood. That's because there isn't enough time for the ground to act as a sponge and absorb the water on it. Now here's the thing. You don't have to be close to shore to get swamped by a flood. Floods occur in all 50 states. They're the most hazardous weather events around the world and can catch you indoors, outside, or in your car. Ever wonder why you see people in flood zones sitting atop their roofs or standing on their vehicles? Flash floods happen, well, like their name suggests, in a flash. Fast fact, intense rainfall can cause water levels to rise up to 8 feet in under an hour. If a levee or dam breaks, water can come rushing even faster, so watch out. If you aren't prepared, you could find yourself in a pickle, having to choose between swimming or wading through floodwaters or climbing high to stay out of harm's way. Some preparedness can go a long way towards staying safe and dry when waters begin to rise. A solid first step in flood preparation is knowing if you live in a flood zone. If you live near a stream, drainage channel, or canyon, or you're in a low-lying area, you're vulnerable. An easy test is whether it's flooded in your area before. If it has, you guessed it, you're in a flood zone. You can go online to floodsmart.gov to find out. Fast fact, most homeowners insurance doesn't cover flooding, and flood insurance policies must be purchased at least 30 days in advance of an event, or else damages won't be covered. Planning is ultra important when it comes to floods, so make an evacuation plan that will get you to higher ground fast. Is there an app for that? You bet. Check out FloodWatch. But not all floods give you time to escape. If you get stuck, move important items to an upper floor. Shut off your utilities if flooding seems inevitable. That means turn off your electricity at central switches and close off the gas at main valves. Also, disconnect all your electrical appliances. If water is already rising inside your home, go upstairs to a higher floor, to the attic, or even onto the roof. The mission is to stay away from floodwater. Floodwater can be toxic or cause infections, so clean your hands often with soap and disinfected water or with hand sanitizer. If you get caught driving as floodwater rises around your car, you may not want to, but stop and get out. Fast fact, driving through just 6 inches of water can cause most vehicles to stall, and you can easily lose control of your steering. Use a stick or umbrella to check that the ground in front of you is safe to walk on. Downed power lines are always a danger. Keep your eyes peeled and don't go anywhere near them. Fast fact, water is a hyperconduit of electricity and can shock you or worse, even if you're more than 100 yards away from the power trouble. Staying put, if it's safe, is better than traveling. General maintenance around your house is important to prevent flood damage. Clean out your gutters regularly and make sure your windows and doors are sealed properly. If you have advance warning of a possible flooding, build a barrier. That means stack sandbags where water may come rushing. If you live on a coast, consider building a seawall. Fast fact, a berm is made of soil, grass, and certain kinds of plants. It's designed to divert water flow from small floods. And it looks pretty nice in the yard too. Floods just don't bring danger when the water comes. After it subsides, you should beware of contamination. Know that drinking water can be contaminated. Even if it's sealed and has been submerged, it can be harmful. Food also can be spoiled. Never consume anything that has been touched by floodwater. The lesson is, when in doubt, throw it out. Fast fact, snakes and wild animals often get washed into homes during a flood. Carefully inspect your home for any intruders after the danger has passed. That's why keeping your emergency supply of food and water in a high, dry place is a good idea. Floods are often caused by storms, remember, which can come in cycles. Stay tuned to news reports of other weather hazards that could be on the horizon.